Now I know what you're thinking. Zomgizzy, you got penny knifed in the Battlefield 4s, and get off the ground, son. What are you doing over there? He's laying down because I guess he already wanted to be put in the ground. But anyways, what's going on, guys? It's Beastorm out of here bringing you some Xbox One Battlefield 4 gameplay. It's TDM on Dawnbreaker. Now I have uploaded some Battlefield 4, but it was 360 gameplay and the graphics were, let's just put it bluntly, they're not pretty. They're pretty bad. The game ran not so smoothly and, you know, all that good stuff. But I got it on the Xbox One. It's running, I believe, at around 60 frames most of the time, and it's really smooth. I like it. It gives me more of a PC feel. It just, you know, runs the game really well, especially when you come from a dated console like the Xbox 360 or the PlayStation 3. But I hope you guys enjoy this gameplay in the background. It's not the best gameplay, but I just had to, I had actually some troubles, not necessarily getting the gameplay, but I had some troubles, and I'll explain that in just a moment. With my Elgato, it's not really the Elgato, it's more or less the editor and the files and stuff. And the reason I didn't see that, guys, for some reason I thought he was a teammate. I don't know why, but that's why I didn't shoot at him. You know, sometimes that'll happen in this game, like I guess just, you know, it just happens. That's all on my fault, though. It wasn't the game's fault by any means. But it's all good. At the very beginning, you probably saw a gun that looked very familiar. Actually, both these guns look really familiar. One of them is called the ACW-R, and the other one was a CZ, I think it's a 981 or a 9A1, something like that. The first one was basically, for those of you who don't know, it's a Scorpion Evo off of Black Ops 2. I still call it the Scorpion Evo sometimes just because it looks a lot like it, and it's pretty much, I think, the same gun instead of the CZ3A1 or whatever the heck it's called. A very good gun. It still has a lot of similar traits. It's got a really high rate of fire, has about 1,000 rounds a minute. So, you know, it kept those similar traits. And it's an SMG. They actually call it, I think, personal defensive weapons in this game. I'm not exactly for sure. Unfortunately, there's only one class that you can use it on, that's the engineer. Opposed to Battlefield 3, where I think you could use your PDWs on any class. They switched that up and they made it now where you can have up to 3 different tiers of weapons on each class. That's the carbines, the DMRs, which is marksman weapons, you know, pretty much most of you guys probably knew that already, and I believe shotguns. You can have them on any class, so that's pretty cool. You can put shotguns and all that good stuff on any class. I wish you could put SMGs on any class, though, because I just feel like it would give a little bit more diversity to each class, but I guess they did it for balancing reasons to whatever they decided to do. So that's all good, but, you know, this right here is the ACW-R. It's got a coyote red dot sight on it, pretty nice. I like it. It's my favorite red dot out of the 3 that you get to choose from. You have a coyote, a reflex, and a, I think it's a, it's the Russian red dot. I forgot what it's called. I'll probably remember it after this commentary. But there's 3 of them. You know, that's my favorite because it reminds me kind of like the Call of Duty 4 red dot. It looks the most similar to it, and it just is the most clear. You can see pretty easily with it. You know, it's pretty nice. You don't have to sacrifice really anything. You know, in this game it's cool because you have multiple attachments for your guns, and you don't have to really sacrifice much. You can put an optic on, a barrel, a suppressor, whatever, a grip, you know, of your choice, grenade launcher, etc. You can have a lot of attachments on your gun at a time. I know a lot of people are like, well, that's overpowered. Well, they kind of balanced a lot of it, and I'm not gonna lie, there are some very unbalanced weapons and stuff in this game, which I'll probably get into in a later commentary when I do my Battlefield 4 review. Give my whole review on the game and say, you know, my actual thoughts on it, and give an honest review, because some people like to fanboy over stuff. Or some people like to hate on the game when it's not necessarily needed to be hated on, but I'll give an honest review on that later on. You know, I've played it quite a bit. You can tell my rank's actually pretty high, seeing as there's only 110 ranks, I believe. And, you know, like, I'm not going to not play the game because I couldn't record earlier. You know, I didn't want to put the game off and not play it because I didn't have a recorder and stuff. But anyways, I'll get into the story that I had where I had a bunch of technical difficulties. I'm always dealing with technical difficulties. I'm not here to complain. I just like to let you guys know when I'm experiencing problems because, you know, I don't want you guys to be uninformed about stuff, and I like to let you guys know when I can't get a video out and stuff just because of these weird technical difficulties. But originally I got the Elgato, and it's nothing wrong with the Elgato, but when you record, the file is an MP4 file. Now, for some reason in my editor, it just decided to suddenly not work and edit MP4 files, you know, a few months ago. And this is before I got the Elgato. You know, I used the Hotpies HD PVR Gaming Edition 1. Yeah, I was trying to say that 3 times fast. That's a long name, but I use that, and it comes with some little, you know, editing software, and it's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it's very simple, and I've got, you know, to know it pretty well since I've been doing YouTube for a little over a year now. So I've gotten really used to the software and used to how it controls and all that, and it does everything I needed it to do to make a YouTube video. Although I would like to have a better editing software along the lines of maybe a Sony Vegas or something, you know, just along those lines, that'd be great. Unfortunately, I don't have the funds to do that or get a computer that can run it. You know, unfortunately, that's just how it goes sometimes. And I've tried other editing softwares in the past, but like I said, it's due to my computer's incapabilities where it just chooses not to run it. It freezes. Apparently, my computer is freeze everybody, clap your hands, cha-cha slide style, and it likes to freeze almost any program you throw at it. Even though it's a quad core and it has a $250 video card in it, so it doesn't really make much sense, but it's not a big deal. I got like a file converter for it. You know, the Elgato puts out the MP4 video file, but I got it to where I could convert it to something that's more compatible with my editor personally, so hopefully we'll get that worked out. But you know, I'll try and do my best with that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. You guys of course have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one.